Hello, everybody. It is Monday night, and I have went over a morning routine with you a bit on how to do stretches and things and prep for the day, prep your alignment, that sort of thing. I'm just going to show you one position or one. I'm going to call it a stretch, but one stretch that is really good for so many different things. You can be in the position for anywhere from a minute to 20 minutes. It is something that's going to help reduce stress. It's actually really supportive on your adrenal glands. They talk about it a lot with like acupuncture stuff. But anyway, getting in that position or in this position for a period of time helps relieve stress. It stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. And we haven't dove into that too much yet, but we're looking at trying to prepare your body for rest and digestion, which is what happens through the night. So getting a good night's sleep is very, very critical for your health and your mental state and all those things. So having a good night routine is very important, just like in the morning. So this is a good stretch that I'll use at night, or I'll use it especially after a long day at work or something. I'll just throw my feet up the wall. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. It's also good for like if you're having restless legs at night, or if you're having muscle cramps, if you cramp up, sore ankles, sore feet, headaches, neck pain, those sorts of things, because of how it is stretching the back, the posterior chain, the back of your legs and hamstrings and whatnot. But I'm going to show you some variations, so just play with me a bit tonight as we do this. The whole night routine for me is just getting yourself ready to fall asleep. Now, I fall asleep really fast. Some people take a long time to fall asleep, but I fall asleep really fast. But I found that I don't get into the states of sleep that I should be. So I've really taken this sleeping into my own hands in trying to help with some things, and this is one thing. So here we go. So I have my butt all the way up against the wall. So this hip is up against the wall. And what we're gonna do, we'll go up to my back, and then just simply put your feet up the wall like this. Can't really. I don't know if you're gonna get to see my face. Anyway, so my feet are up the wall. One thing that you can, if you didn't quite make it all the way, you can scoot on up. Also, if this is too much or too tight, I would actually back off and back your butt off a little bit. So maybe it's not at a complete 90, but if you can, let it be at 90, okay? Now, I actually like to engage my quads during this and then pull my feet down, okay? Now, a lot of people wonder what to do with your hands. So I honestly just rest them right down here. You can rest them on your belly. You could do your heart in your belly, and then pay attention to your breathing, because that's really important too. So in order to stimulate that parasympathetic side of your nervous system, which is your rest and digest side, you would be breathing with your belly, okay? So I don't like the idea of my body having to digest food all night, so I try to eat early. That's another thing. If I'm eating too late, then my body's working to just digest that food rather than resting. So that's another tip. But if you can breathe through your belly here for a bit, put your hand on your heart. You could also just put them at a nice T and let your pecs and your chest get stretched out. So either way, so I would stay in this position just like this, okay? And just really try to relax. Now watch, I don't know if hopefully you can see this, but watch my bottom hand here. So as I'm breathing, my belly is rising. Now a lot of times this is going to be the easier place to learn this. Most people breathe with their shoulders, and this is why we have neck pain a lot of times, chest pain, the rounded shoulders, that sort of thing, because we're using the wrong muscles to breathe. We're like force breathing.
which is great when you're trying to run away from tigers, but I'm not running away from tigers right now. So I'm going to breathe with my belly and let everything kind of soak in, or let my diaphragm kind of like push into my digestive organs and help turn all those on and keep them fluid and moving. So if you have trouble with this, you might start to feel some weirdness in your toes, tightness in your calves or in your hamstrings, and maybe in your low back. But with time, if you lay in this position for long enough, and depending on the tightness of your hips, you should eventually feel your hips kind of drop down. So you'd feel like right now they might be held up like this. Eventually they would rest and you'd feel them kind of drop into socket. And what that means to me is proper alignment. And the muscles finally relax and let them be where they need to be. Because this is like an inversion, right? So this is letting all the lymph, all the blood, everything from standing upright all the way come back down into your organs. So this is a good position to use before you go to sleep. And there's a start. So I will tell you more tomorrow.